I'm Alan Weiss, and this is The Writing on the Wall. Welcome back to The Writing on the Wall. This episode is called The Nonsensical. And behind me over here, you might hear them while we're filming, are 17 white ducks that my wife got. White duck, Pekin ducks. They can't fly, they can barely swim, you can't eat them. And they traipse around here. Let the dogs chase them. Thank God Bentley doesn't kill things. Bentley and Puppy run amidst them, they sort of try to fly away, they can't. And they follow each other all over the place. I think they're nonsensical. Now, I'm sure they have some order in their lives, and I'm sure there's rationale for what they're doing, but it just seems they're kind of nonsensical. They quack for no reason, and when one quacks, the rest quack. I ordered Frisbees recently for Bentley because he goes through them. He cracks them up. He doesn't just catch them. But I found a good firm online, and I ordered a couple of Frisbees, and then they sent me 4 surveys. I ordered 2 Frisbees. They sent me 4 surveys. How did I like the Frisbees? How did I like the service? How did I like this? How did I like that? I told them I hated the surveys. It's nonsensical. Just sell me stuff. Why sell me stuff for $25 when you're spending $100 trying to survey my feelings? I love detour signs that end. Recently, they had a water main break here, and so they had detours on some of the major streets. Except when you followed the detour, there was no other sign telling you where to go next. I think it was maybe a plan to cull the population. I'm not sure. What about over-informing? I have thousands of trees here. And I'll call the tree people, and they'll come and say, I need these branches cut back. Or they call it raising the tree. You cut off the bottom branches. And they tell me the history of acorns. They tell me the history of oak trees. I don't want the history of oak trees. I don't care about acorns. Just cut the branches. It's nonsensical. The insurance company won't approve a refill on certain pills until the last day when the last pill is supposed to be consumed. That seems to me pretty nonsensical. Shouldn't you have a little backup? I travel a lot. What happens if I need 7 or 10 pills? Well, how do I do that? Nonsensical. It's not saving money. It's wasting time. We're all going to self-pumping gas stations here now, and the other day I couldn't help it. I hate self-pumping gas stations. I hate them. But I had to get gas, the only one around, so I went up there, plug it in, and what do I find? There's a screen on the pump, and it's giving me advertising. And it's giving me information about Shell and about credit cards and about saving money. Isn't that kind of dangerous to distract someone when they're pumping a highly flammable liquid? I don't know, seems nonsensical. They have high school fundraisers here where they wash cars. Okay, I don't need a perfect car wash. It's for the cheerleaders, or it's for a field trip, or it's for something. It's for a good cause. But they don't dry the cars. I said, where do you dry them? We don't dry them. I said, look, here's $20, put it in the till. Well, they said, well, don't you want your car washed? I said, no. You know what happens when you don't get your car dried? You get water spots. Am I supposed to drive around the block 20 times? Dog show fanatics who need the tail in a certain way and a certain kind of posture in the whole business. Or those who tell me that white shepherds are a recessive gene and that's why they can't be shown. Yeah, show this. Listen. There's no fanatic like a dog fanatic. I'd rather listen to fishing stories. I'd rather listen to golf stories. They are nonsensical. And by the way, just for the record, if white German shepherds were a breed of their own, they'd be the 16th most popular in the country. So there. Restaurants that don't take reservations. I've dealt with them before. Nonsensical. You want me in your restaurant? Then guarantee me a seat at a certain time. How about speed dials with 30 entries? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of a speed dial? How do I remember what entry 24 is? Well, I have to take a list out of my pocket and scroll down. Wait, I could have called it by now. What about incessant, stupid warnings? I just came back from Africa. And out in the veldt, in the outback, in the bush, there are no signs that say, stay off, danger. I mean, here's a Cape buffalo. It's not on its horns. It doesn't say danger. Don't try this at home. No shoes, no service. There's nothing like that. But you pull down the sun visor on my car, and there's a warning behind the sun visor which can't be removed. We're full of warnings. CYA, litigious society. It's nonsensical. Did you ever see the credits roll at the end of a movie? They roll so fast you can't read them. They're there for, I don't know, contract purposes? Nonsensical. What's the sense? We have stupid aphorisms. Think and grow rich, one of the stupidest ones ever. Napoleon Hill was a con man. He cheated people. He lied. Read his book, Think and Grow Rich. He didn't. Died a pauper. He was bailed out by W. Clement Stone. That's another story. Assuming all cars will stop because you're in a crosswalk, nonsensical. It's a good way to get killed. Some drivers are very careful. They see a crosswalk, they stop, you cross. Some people get in that crosswalk staring at their iPhone, and they're liable to get smashed. Like Wile E. Coyote tried to kill the Roadrunner. Believing kale has flavor. Nonsensical. Come on. You're cashing in on some cult-like thing. Kale is stupid. It's ugly, and it doesn't taste good. We all know that. Why pretend? Nonsensical. Not leaving a quiet place with a screaming child is nonsensical. I don't care if you're in church or a movie or a restaurant, a place where it's supposed to be silent or subdued talk. Now, if you're on an airplane, you can't leave it. I understand that. Or a train, okay. But do people a favor. Take your child out if he or she is screaming, and you can calm them down. It's nonsensical to stay there. Why ruin the experience for everyone else? Talking back to a movie screen. There's a great idea. You know something? I've never seen the actors reply or change. It's nonsensical behavior. I don't care who you are. Everyone calling themselves artists is nonsensical. I just watched the Emmys. The Emmys had 1 million fewer viewers than last year. 1 million fewer viewers. They had two guys who were hosts who were absolutely snooze fest, dull and uninteresting. And everybody congratulating themselves who are multimillionaires, but everybody calling themselves an artist. Picasso was an artist. You're not an artist on a sitcom where you can do 14 takes until you get the line right. Nonsensical. And finally, anybody who doesn't like dogs, nonsense.